Some big news this week for both Crypto.com and CRO as Crypto.com announced the first CFTC regulated options trading platform on their main app, at the same time that they did get some major regulatory approval outside of North America. And unfortunately, this does come at a time when the Cronos chain has fallen out of the top 10 blockchains, and we do see transactions coming in pretty much all-time low territory. So we're going to break down all the news in this video, as well as what it means for the future of CRO. So Crypto.com, who is now trusted by more than 80 million customers worldwide and the industry leader in regulatory compliance, security, and privacy, confirmed that it has received its MVP preparatory license from Dubai. So the MVP phase in its preparatory stage allows for approved licenses to fulfill all preconditions required to undertake MVP market operations within the VARA regime. So once licensed to be operational, to kind of put it in simpler terms, Crypto.com will be able to extend its approved suite of daily regulated services, which does include brokerage, margin/leverage trading, spots and derivatives trading, and OTC offerings around settlements for institutional investors. VARA was established in March 2022, and it's pretty much a law that is meant to regulate virtual assets and aim to create a framework to protect investors, something I do believe is very important, as a lot of trust has been broken from these exchanges over 2022. I mean, we saw the collapse of FTX, one of the biggest exchanges in the world, Voyager, Celsius, and it's pretty easy to see why people do not trust these centralized entities. Therefore, I think it's a very good business strategy by Crypto.com to get this regulatory approval. This has been a massive strategy for Crypto.com throughout the bear market, one that I don't think is paying off as much right now, but one that I do believe will begin to pay off in the next bull run when a lot of people start to FOMO into the markets and Crypto.com is prepared to onboard the next wave of users onto their regulated exchange. So you can see here that they got this regulatory approval from Dubai. And once again, I want to bring us back to this article from October 12th of last year, where they announced Paris as a European regional headquarters. They did get regulatory approval here as well, and they pretty much flexed on everyone with a long list of the regulations that they were able to receive throughout the bear market. So this includes France, Singapore. They actually got registration approval as a crypto asset business from the UK Financial Conduct Authority, provisional approval of its virtual asset license from Dubai, as we just discussed, Electronic Financial Transaction Act, and virtual asset service provider registration in South Korea. They got registration in Australia, in Italy, in Greece, in Cyprus, and the Cayman Islands, as well as a pre-registration undertaking with the Ontario Securities Commission and Canada Securities Administrators. Actually, the first global crypto exchange, so an exchange not actually founded in Canada, to get this pre-registration undertaking with the OSC. So that is why Crypto.com does boast about being the most highly regulated crypto exchange. And again, I do think this is going to benefit them greatly in the next bull run, as they are set to benefit from crypto adoption on a global scale. Now, speaking more specifically about the US, they have introduced a very neat feature that they are rolling out slowly, and that is in the form of their up-down options trading for US users. So this is in fact going to be available to US users through the Crypto.com main app. This is the first CFTC regulated crypto derivatives product that gives users the tools to capture value in all market conditions, effectively meaning that you are able to potentially profit by forecasting how a coin's price will move via option trading. If you believe the coin's price will increase, you can buy an up-down option to open a long position. And conversely, if you think that a coin is going to go down, you can actually open a short position. So this allows you to make profit both ways, whatever way the market does decide to move. We actually spoke about quite a few shorting opportunities last year throughout the bear market that did play out very well. So this allows you to use the Crypto.com app to essentially make money regardless of which way the market is moving. And we actually saw the CEO, Chris Marzalek, tweet here that this is the first regulated derivatives offering following the US $250 million acquisition of the CFTC regulated Nadex in December of 2021. We actually did speak about this acquisition. I remember talking about this on the channel when this acquisition was made. We said that bringing options trading to the Crypto.com main app could drive a ton of user growth on the platform, effectively moving it away from only being an exchange where you can buy and hold or stake crypto. You can now use it as more of a trading app in which you can make money regardless of which way crypto is moving. If they can also offer some incentive, like, maybe locking up a certain amount of CRO to get some additional trading fees, or more like reduced trading fees on your margin trading, on your options trading, this this could be once again a very big bullish case for CRO in my opinion. And we did see the CEO say here the product is in beta, progressively rolling out to users in the next couple of days, looking for feedback so that we can improve it rapidly. And again, I think that as they do begin to roll this out, this is going to be a very good look for the Crypto.com main app. I do hope that they can roll it out in the US and in Europe as well. But very interesting to see that even as the SEC has been clamping down on a ton of these crypto exchanges, because Crypto.com is so regulated, they are able to continue moving forward with their expansion, even in the US, in a time when there is a lot of kickback from the SEC. And it's very good to see this has not stopped Crypto.com from continuing to offer some new products and services. And do keep in mind that as of March of last year, Crypto.com announced they were beginning the exchange rollout in the US. This exchange is not meant to be confused with the main app that is already available in North America. This is the exchange that does offer some different trading options like spot, as well as the ability to trade with up to 5x leverage, perpetual, futures, and warrants, as well as over-the-counter trades. And we actually spoke, I believe it was late last year, about how they had the Gen 3.0 exchange where they made some very nice overhauls to the actual platform, including one wallet consolidated for all of your trading, including spot, margin, and derivatives, USD bundle, so actually putting together different stable coins like BUSD, TUSD, and USDC into just one simple USD trading pair, as well as direct USD fiat deposits and withdrawals. And I don't see any reason they would specifically be focusing so much on allowing USD deposits and withdrawals if they were not looking to roll this out in the States soon. We already have the exchange here in Canada, and you still cannot even do a direct bank to app withdrawal or deposit. Not to mention the fact that it was confirmed here that they began the rollout for institutional investors in March of last year. So really hoping that this actually does allow the exchange to launch later this year, maybe even early next year, as we do begin to see the next bull run take off in 2024, in my opinion anyways. I think that would once again bring a lot of attention to Crypto.com and to CRO, which did lead to the massive run up we saw in CRO in 2021 when they did actually get the naming rights to the Staples Arena. And this would also have material impact on the price of CRO in my opinion, because one feature of the Crypto.com exchange is actually locking up certain amounts of CRO to receive trading fee benefits. And if they can introduce something similar to this when it comes to the up-down options trading they are now offering in the main app, once again, I do think it would incentivize a lot more people to stack and stake that CRO for those benefits in the Crypto.com different platforms. Now that we talked about the things from Crypto.com side, I do want to take a look at the Cronos chain and also the Crypto.org chain. Now, specifically when it comes to Cronos, the big thing to discuss here is the fact that yes, it has fallen out of the top 10. We've been warning here for at least the past couple of weeks that it was in fact at risk of being removed from the top 10 blockchains in terms of TVL, and it finally has happened. So we're going to break down exactly what this means for Cronos, and we're going to talk about what this means for CRO. So for starters here, you're going to notice that if we actually go ahead and remove both staking and liquid staking from the amount of value locked on these blockchains, Cronos chain actually does find itself back in 10th place as Solana is locked down to 12th. But personally, I think that both staking and liquid staking are integral parts of any blockchain. And once you do actually involve both of these into the TVL, Cronos chain does find itself in 11th place. So first thing to notice, if you go onto DeFi Llama and do not see it in 11th place, if you account for actual staking and liquid staking, Cronos is in fact out of the top 10. And taking a look at what actually comprises the TVL on Cronos, I mean, VVS Finance makes up 48.62% with $185 million of the $381 million locked up on this blockchain in total. Now, it's not just a TVL that has taken a hit as of recently. It is in fact also the actual transactions here on the Cronos chain, which are pretty much coming in at all-time low territory. So you can see that as of Friday, March 24th, Cronos chain did just under 51,000 transactions. Earlier this month in March, we saw a spike up to about 120,000, but you can see here that, let's say pretty much, honestly, ever since June of last year, we've seen the transactions really dwindle off from 125,000, let's say, now down to 50,000. And if there's one thing you guys should know about me at this point, if you've been with the channel for a while, I am not here to sugarcoat things. I am not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what the data is saying. And at the same time, it is worth noting that yes, I am still a bull on CRO Coin despite what we have just spoken about. But first, I'm going to walk you through the data, and then we're going to take a look at what I am looking for in the future for CRO Coin, because I've spoken about this before on the channel. CRO Coin is not only the Cronos chain. CRO Coin is connected to Crypto.com. It is connected to the Visa program, to the Crypto Earn, the Crypto Pay platform, the Crypto.org chain, as well as the exchange that we just spoke about, which has not yet made its way into the United States. But we're going to focus on the Cronos chain here for starters, and the way we're going to actually do this is take a look at the daily transactions for Cronos. So let's give it, let's say about 50,000 here, let's say even 55,000 in terms of average daily transactions, and we're going to compare it to some of its other competitors here higher up on the list. So for starters, we have Polygon in 6th place. Let's see what Polygon is doing here in terms of daily transactions. Polygon coming in at about, like 2.5 million daily transactions here compared to Cronos chain's 50,000. Then let's take a look at Avalanche here, which is actually in 5th place in terms of TVL. And once again, Cronos coming in with 50k transactions daily, give or take. AVAX coming in here with 1.9 million. And then let's take a look at BNB chain, or the Binance Smart Chain here. BNB and CRO Coin are more direct competitors, as both of them are exchange tokens as well as blockchain tokens. And the BNB Smart Chain is coming in here at a whopping 3.6 million transactions as of Friday. So once again, I mean, not to sugarcoat things, if you compare Cronos chain's 50,000 transactions here to Polygon's 2.5 million, Avalanche's 1.9 million, or BNB chain's 3.5 to 3.6 million, Cronos chain is far behind the competition in terms of that mainstream adoption and growth. And if you guys do kind of want to know why I am still so bullish on CRO Coin overall, and although it is the smallest altcoin position in my portfolio, it still makes up a significant chunk, in and around 4 to 5%. And the reason being here actually has to do with the Crypto.org chain. So this is a blockchain that I kind of feel like nobody's really spoken about since we have actually seen the Cronos chain come out. I mean, people definitely are aware of it. This is where a majority of the CRO staking happens, but I see a lot of people focused on the growth of the Cronos chain and completely ignoring the fact that the Crypto.org chain has still been growing at a very impressive rate over the past year. So this is the data from just the past month, and you can see that as of the 24th of February, the Crypto.org chain came in with 5.42 billion CRO stake. That is now sitting at 5.49 billion. I remember last year we did actually pass the 5 billion CRO staked milestone, and this is a very big deal if we zoom out and take a look at the total amount of CRO circulating at the moment, coming in at 25 billion, give or take, just under 26 billion. Now with 5.49 bill CRO locked up on the Crypto.org chain, that means that 21.16% of all CRO in circulation is currently out of the flow, locked up on the Crypto.org chain. And this is a very big deal, as if you do actually lock up your CRO via this chain, it goes through a 28-day unbonding period if you do want to get it back. This effectively means that over 20%, over 1/5 of all CRO is locked up on this chain and is not available for at least 4 weeks if anybody does want to go ahead and panic sell their CRO. And in my opinion, this is a very bullish base case for the price action of CRO. So I'm not going to go ahead and kind of sugarcoat it here. Yes, things are not looking super hot for Cronos at the moment in terms of the growth trajectory. However, I am still a fan of quite a few dApps on the Cronos chain, and I am paying attention to the Crypto.org chain growth, as well as keeping in mind that in my opinion, the Crypto.com Visa is still one of the strongest crypto visas out there, and the Crypto.com platform growth itself has been very impressive. So if you guys do want a more of like an in-depth breakdown, I guess, on the risk when it comes to CRO Coin in form of the Cronos chain, as well as the benefits of the other things that CRO Coin does offer and why I am still bullish, let me know in the YouTube comments down below, and I will provide a more in-depth reasoning video on why I still think CRO Coin has lots of room to run in the next bull run. On that note, I hope you guys did enjoy the content in today's video. You know what to do. If you made it all the way to the end, you are an absolute champion. Let me know in the YouTube comments down below and claim that champion status. I hope you are all having an amazing weekend, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace out for now.